Okay, some people like to take out a knit row from the purl side. So I'm going to show you how we do that. We've just completed a knit row. The yarn is over here. We're looking at the knit side. Now, if you'd like to take this row out, looking at the purl side, I'm going to show you how to do that. Now we're looking at the purl side. It's most convenient if you're holding the working yarn in the left hand. So I'm going to remove this row, not taking the stitches off the needle, placing my right hand needle in the stitch below the stitch that's on the needle from back to front, and then remove that, pop the excess yarn out. Here's the next stitch, from back to front in the stitch below, push it off, pull that working yarn out, back to front. So we're removing, even though we're looking at the purl side, we're removing a just knit row. And some people like to do it like this. They like to turn their work and then remove that knit row. So working all the way across. If you have trouble finding where to put your needle, pull on the working yarn a little bit. You can see where that yarn is coming out of that stitch. Right there. Okay, sometimes, again, the last stitch can be a little problem. Find where the working yarn is coming out of the stitch below right there. From back to front, and you can take that last stitch out. Okay, so that was removing a knit row from the purl side. Now it looks as though we've just completed a purl row. We're looking at the purl side of the work, and I'm going to show you how to remove that purl row by looking at the knit side. Same thing as the other way. I like to hold this way in my left hand, find this stitch in the row below, come from back to front, and pop that yarn out of the stitch. Back to front in the stitch below, back to front. Again, if you need to pull on that working yarn to see where it's coming out of the stitch below, right there. Back to front. Taking out a purl row while looking at the knit side. Back to front. And the last stitch, find where the working yarn is coming out, right there. If you pull on it, you can see. Insert your needle from back to front and remove that last stitch. So, looking at the opposite side of the work to take out a knit row and a purl row. Okay, you can do it.